Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Heave, and I can't thank you enough for listening in. Each episode, I will discuss a new tip or trick that will help you to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. If you're ready to find your productivity rhythm, relieve stress, and meet your goals faster, then this is the podcast for you. This podcast is sponsored by Your Choice Concierge and GiftWell, both created to make your life easier. Your Choice Concierge provides flexible hourly, personal, and professional assistance. Let them handle your busy tasks so you can focus on what's important. GiftWell makes thoughtful gift giving easy. They deliver and ship one-of-a-kind gifts using products from local businesses across the country. Make sure to use code YCCFriend at checkout to receive 5% off your purchase. You can learn more about Your Choice and GiftWell by clicking the links in the description. In this week's episode, I'm going to share some tips that will help you get organized and stay organized, professionally and personally. Being unorganized can lead to a lot of wasted time. It can also cause you to waste money. When you're unorganized, you may misplace bills and incur unnecessary late fees, or end up buying items more than once because you're unable to locate them. It will also lead to unnecessary stress and directly affect your health. You probably don't even realize it, but being unorganized can affect your sleep as well. When you can't locate an item or information you need, it's hard to let it go and relax. It's also harder to sleep in an unorganized bedroom because of all the distractions and reminders of things that you need to do. A clear bedroom equals a clear mind. Being unorganized also leads to frustration and stress, which obviously causes anxiety and high blood pressure, among many other things. You're also going to be less productive when you're unorganized. Unorganization makes any job harder and take longer. And when unorganization causes more work, it definitely doesn't motivate you to get things done. Being unorganized professionally can also hurt your career and reputation. It can push you close to tight deadlines or even contribute to you missing deadlines altogether. When you're organized, life and work just get easier. There's no doubt about it. You waste less time, and guess what? When you're not wasting time, you have more time. You can manage or handle more with confidence and efficiency. Of course, getting organized isn't going to happen overnight or at the snap of a finger. In a perfect world, right? It's important not to overwhelm yourself when you decide you want to start organizing. Overwhelming yourself or putting too much on your plate at once will just cause you to shut down. And the likelihood of you meeting your organizational goals is slim. Start by picking one or two pain points, and as you complete your goals, you can add new ones. Some easy ways to get started include decluttering your space or creating specific space for specific things, inbox and calendar organization, or even just writing things down is a great way to get started when it comes to organizing. Inbox and calendar management is probably what I help people with most often. When you're busy, it can be hard to keep up with everything in your inbox. If you're not organized, it's easy to let important items slip through the cracks. A very easy way to organize and manage your inbox is by creating subfolders. This can be as simple as one subfolder for things you don't want to forget about, or you can have several depending on your day-to-day needs. I personally have a lot of subfolders. I have a follow-up subfolder that I use for important things that I need to follow up on if I don't hear back. I have a leads subfolder that I put correspondence with strong leads into. I have a subfolder for each Your Choice client for important correspondence I want to be able to locate quickly. I also have an expense subfolder where I keep all my online or digital receipts. These subfolders keep me from having to search through my entire inbox for important information and from forgetting about important things when my inbox becomes overloaded. The same thing goes for calendar organization. It can be as simple or intricate as you need. My favorite calendar organization tip is color coding. Color coding helps you to clearly decipher, prioritize, and keep track of your activities without becoming overwhelmed. If you have a personal and work calendar, start by making these different colors. Or maybe you have a calendar with events for other office team members or family members. You can choose a different color for each person's calendar. Or in this day and age, maybe it would be helpful for you to color your calendar based on whether your meeting is in person, a call, or on Zoom. Quickly look at your calendar to determine if real pants are required for the day. I have a lot of calendars to manage. Right now, I have a homeschooling calendar in red, my personal calendar in blue, my Your Choice Concierge calendar in lime green, and each Your Choice client has a calendar with a different color. It's an easy way for me to look at the calendar and know exactly what's ahead without becoming overwhelmed. Another way to get yourself organized easily is to create specific places for specific things. Places that make sense or will be convenient for you depending on what you're organizing. For example, you probably don't store your windshield wiper fluid under your bathroom sink. You want to do things like create a space for your copy paper near your printer, or make a spot for your keys and leave them in the same place every day. Even specific space in your refrigerator for certain items will make your life easier. But once you get organized, it's just as important to make sure that you stay organized. It's easy to let things slip and find yourself in the same unorganized mess you started with. All your hard work getting there just gone to waste. Step number one, if you want to stay organized, is putting things away right after you're finished using them. I have a bad habit of just laying my tools on a garage shelf when I'm done with them instead of putting them in their rightful place, which eventually turns into an unorganized pile. And then it takes me longer to find what I need, and the cleanup also takes longer. Although it may seem easier just to toss a tool to the side when I'm in the middle of fixing something, in the long run, it only costs me more time. Step two, if you want to stay organized, is making sure you declutter often. This can be done with anything from the house junk drawer to files on your PC or receipts piling up in your purse or wallet. I suggest doing this at least every 6 months, but you should choose a decluttering schedule that works best for you. Maybe it's easier for you to declutter one area a month instead of trying to tackle all decluttering twice a year. It's important to find your own personal productivity rhythm. When decluttering, you should keep only what you need and get rid of what you don't. I know some people may find it difficult to part with things. So before you get started, if you're one of those people, try deciding on a use since date. For example, my decluttering rule is that if something hasn't been used in 12 months, it gets tossed or donated. And last but not least, if you want to get organized and stay organized, you need to write things down, or in this day and age, type it down. Organizing your thoughts is just as important as organizing your things. In fact, I suggest starting with organizing your thoughts about organizing your things before getting started. Write down your organizational goals and the steps you need to take to get it done. With organized thoughts and a plan on paper, it will be much easier to tackle. You can also keep notes about what you're organizing. You'll be putting places, and it's easy to forget where the new home is. Documenting will help you when your memory is not so helpful. Of course, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to getting organized and staying organized. And everyone's organizational goals and outcomes will look different. But I'm hoping this podcast will at least help you get started. Unfortunately, our time is up, and that's all for this week's episode of Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers. If you want to learn more about getting organized and staying organized, have feedback about this episode, or a specific topic you'd like to hear about in the future, please email me at info@yourchoice-concierge.com. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you also subscribe to the Your Choice Concierge YouTube channel, where you can find some examples of the tips and tricks I discuss on the show. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stephanie Heeb, and I hope you'll join me next week for more tips and tricks to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. Have you considered starting your own podcast but haven't had the time? Check out Buzzsprout. They make launching and managing your podcast effortless. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can. Clicking the Buzzsprout link in the description will let them know we sent you and get you a $20 Amazon gift card if you decide to sign up for a paid plan. Thanks again to our sponsors, Your Choice Concierge and GiftWell. Until next time, productive people.